So today we're looking at dictation, which is, I don't know if some of you began using it, but you need to know about it and know that it's available with the iPad. All right, so with voice control, you can use dictation to edit text with your voice in emails, notes, messages, and anywhere else you can type. Apple introduced an all-new dictation experience on the iPad in the operating system 16, and we all are in 16. You can now fluidly move between dictating with your voice and using keyboard. Just tap anywhere on your iPad's virtual keyboard or connected keyboard while you're dictating. And as you can see here, I took a screenshot of the keyboard, and this here that I'm pointing to is what you will need to begin dictating. But of course, it needs to be set up in the settings first, okay? So let's find out what this dictation, what is it you can dictate, and take away some of the responsibilities of your fingers. For those of you who may have limited mobility with your fingers. I know that as we age, we lose some of our dexterity, and we are, so fingers become difficult. Using our fingers for some of us becomes difficult at times. So let's see what dictating can help in this area. So the iPad will still listen to you and dictate what you're saying. Dictate will also add punctuation automatically, and you can add emojis just by speaking them. You can also dictate directly in the message app. Yes, a message app, which this is your message app icon here in green that I'm showing here. Oh. All right, so when you want to touch input, when you want to use touch input, which is just taking your finger and tapping it onto the screen, move the cursor freely in the text field and use the keyboard to make necessary edits or additions. So again, this is how you access your keyboard. You can first open up your keyboard when you're getting ready. Say like you're wanting to dictate a message, so you go to message app, tap in there, compose the message, and then once you're in there, you then look, once the keyboard pops up, and you look for this right here to begin dictating. That's what you look for. Okay, if you want to stop dictation, there are two ways to do it. One way is to totally stop. I think I have a typo there. On the dictation icon, which you tap on it, and then let's look at the other one. You can either tap on that, and the second method is to tap on the dictation icon at the bottom right of the keyboard. So there are two ways. You can either stop and wait 30 seconds and it will cut, or look for the dictation icon, which is at the bottom right-hand side of the keyboard. All right, so now we're going to look at a mini video on really what it's all about.
With voice control in iOS 13, you can use dictation to enter and edit text with your voice, which is useful if you have limited mobility. Here's how to use dictation. Edit text and use dictation, commands, and gestures together. Before you start, install iOS 13 or later on your device, and make sure voice control is turned on by going to your accessibility settings or by asking Siri. If this is your first time using it, check out the links in the description below to learn how to get started and use basic navigation. We're going to start by sending a quick message, but these commands will work in any app you can type in. When voice control is active and listening, you'll see a blue microphone in the top left corner of your screen. To enter new text with dictation, make sure you're in an active text box and then start speaking. By the way, comma, cake or flan, period. Don't forget to include punctuation as well. Oops, need to delete something? Delete previous character. This command will delete the last character you entered. You can also delete your last dictation by saying, undo that. Let's try again. Question mark. To edit something at the very beginning of a text field or document, you can move the cursor. Move to beginning. Oh, ellipses. That's better. Tap send. Voice control allows you to edit existing text and make even more corrections. Let's add a new item to this note. Main activity, party clown. You can easily replace a word or phrase if you change your mind. Replace party clown with giant piñata. Need to make another correction? Voice control understands commands like move up 2 lines. Select previous word. Capitalize that. For a list of helpful commands, just say, show me what to say. These suggestions will change depending on the app you're using. Say, tap done to go back. If you want to correct a word, you can ask to see a list of suggestions. Select confetti. Correct that. These suggestions could be to correct spelling, show similar words, or even show relevant emoji. Say a number to make a correction. 4. If you want to stop voice control from listening for dictation, like if you're in a noisy environment, say command mode. This will pause dictation, but will stay active for navigation commands. To turn dictation back on, say dictation mode. Voice control can tell the difference between general dictation and commands, like to open an app or tap a button. Open messages. Tap iMessage. Happy birthday! Exclamation point. Looking forward to seeing you Friday night. Cake emoji. Long press send. Tap screen. Swipe left. Swipe left. Tap send with balloons. And there you have it, a hands-free way to type and edit. For more about Apple's accessibility features, subscribe to the Apple Support channel or click another video to keep learning.
Okay, so it's not that bad. Just
With
got to
voice
learn.
control in
Hold on.
iOS 13, you
Let me, okay, so basically, how do you even get started turning dictation on? You can turn it back on at you can turn it off at any time, as I shared earlier, and then you can turn it back on whenever needed, because you don't want to always keep it going, because sometimes I've been playing with it and it'll start dictating stuff that I'm not even, expecting it to do. Well, I might be talking on the phone, and guess what? My iPad is listening and it's actually dictating it to a text that I may have left open. So you want to turn it off, because I've seen it happen with me several times. But once you've turned it off, you can also turn it right back on at any time by you just tap on the dictation icon down here again. This is it, how you get it back on at the bottom right-hand corner of the keyboard. Once you turn on dictation, the feature stays active in the text field unless you stop. Manually close the dictation function. You can exit a page or tap outside of the text field, and then there's a long pause or period of silence. So this is what you want to at least be conscious of. Once you turn it on and you're no longer sending out a message, you still need to turn it off, because it will keep dictating stuff in the message field as long as the message app is available. All right, so you can notes. For example, you're sitting somewhere and you don't, you want to write down something so you wouldn't forget it or take notes of it. Well, taking notes on the Note app or similar apps is easier ever than that dictation can function. Okay, for instance, you can use the touch function to select or copy text or insert a quick type suggestion, all without discontinuing the dictation. This eliminates the need to restart dictation every time you want to make a voice input. So you can open up your Note app, and once you tap on it, the keyboard will come up and then you tap on the mic, the lower right-hand corner of in your key on-screen keyboard, and start dictating what you'd like on your notepad. Yes, it will do that for you. Again, as mentioned in the video, you can draft messages by tapping on, we go into your message app, tap on that. It will do that also. You can replace selected words with voice input. So if you want to change any word that is input wrongly in the text field while dictating, use the cursor up. Take your finger, tap it where the word that's been inputted incorrectly, select it, and then speak the new word or text, speak the new one. So you're dictating and all of a sudden something is there incorrectly. That's not what you meant to see, that word. Well, take your finger, tap on the word that's not correct. The cursor will show up and then speak again, and then the word will then be replaced with the new word, the correct word, but you have to say it. You can also cut and paste. If words are there that you don't want, or you can always highlight it, cut it out. This is after you've dictated it and you don't like what it's saying, you can cut and paste it. For instance, you can insert punctuation, mark, or a symbol in the text by simply mentioning the name of the symbol while dictating. You can put in a dash, a plus sign, an equal sign, star, symbol, whatever it is. You can say it and it will appear. You can input emojis. Yes, to top everything, you can now import emojis into the text field using dictation. Just casually speak the title of the emoji without any command prompts, and dictation will detect and make intelligent input into the text field. Right? So use those they're really great features. All right, so now we're going to look at some more stuff about smarter dictation. Might be a repeat of some of what you already got, but this is a more, the video we looked at earlier was for an earlier version. Now, this year, this is what they've upgraded with this video. So let's look at this one.
Welcome. My name is Dan Wasink, and I create tutorials, video tutorials on how to use the Mac.
Let's see if I can get it larger. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, what happened here?
In this video, we're going to take a look at reader mode or reader view in Safari on the iPad. With reader mode or reader view, I've heard it called both. What you're able to do is strip out all of the
I don't know why I'm only seeing part of it.
different ads that are in an
All right,
article
let me
while you're
correct
reading
this.
it.
I'm
And
gonna
we
have
can
to
set
correct
this up on a per site basis where it'll go into reader mode when you read an article on a specific site. It'll go into reader mode automatically. Let's take a look at reader mode.
Wait a minute,
reader
this is
view
not the
in
video.
Safari on
Hold
the
on.
iPad. Let's go to my iPad.
This is not it. This is not the one I had on mine. This is a very different one. Let's start again.
Add iPhone, Apple Watch, and Apple TV. In this video, we're going to look at the new smarter dictation on the iPad with iPad OS 16. The iPad will now continuously listen to us. We can use the keyboard as we're dictating, and we can speak memojis. We also have a new shortcut in the Messages app where we can easily dictate within a message. Let's see what's new with dictation on the iPad. Let's go over to my iPad. So I'm in my Notes app, and what I'm going to do is start dictating to this new note. Now, before I do that, you're going to notice that I am not going to speak any punctuation. I'm also going to select a word and correct that word. And what I'm going to do is also show the keyboard, and you're going to be able to see that you can type along with the dictation. I will also add an emoji in there just by speaking it. Now, this new dictation is available on any app that you can use or type in with the keyboard. But I'm just going to show you on the Notes app here, and then we'll go over to the Messages app, and I'll show you what's new with the Messages app. And
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can get it
Now, the first
larger.
thing I'm going to do is show you the keyboard. I have an external keyboard on my iPad here.
Hold on a moment.
If I
Let
want
me
to start
just see if I can
dictating-
get this video larger, because it's not meant to be this small. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, did I hop over it? This is it. So I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. I'm going to end the slideshow. And I am now going to extend this. Yep. Let's get this larger. All right, I'm now going to begin the slideshow again. Nope.
Welcome. My name is Dan Wasink, and I create tutorials, video tutorials on how to use the Mac, iPad, iPhone, Apple Watch, and Apple TV. In this video, we're going to look at the new Smarter Dictation on the iPad with iPad OS 16. The iPad will now continuously listen to us. We can use the keyboard as we're dictating, and we can speak memojis. We also have a new shortcut in the Messages app where we can easily dictate within a message. Let's see what's new with dictation on the iPad. Let's go over to my iPad. So I'm in my Notes app, and what I'm going to do is start dictating to this new note. Now, before I do that, you're going to notice that I am not going to speak any punctuation. I'm also going to select a word and correct that word. And what I'm going to do is also show the keyboard, and you're going to be able to see that you can type along with the dictation. I will also add an emoji in there just by speaking it. Now, this new dictation is available on any app that you can use or type in with the keyboard. But I'm just going to show you on the Notes app here, and then we'll go over to the Messages app, and I'll show you what's new with the Messages app and the dictation. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is show you the keyboard. I have an external keyboard on my iPad here. If I want to start dictating, what I do is I tap on the microphone here, and then when I am done, I tap on this microphone again. Now, if you do not have an external keyboard, what do? Well, I'm going to show the virtual keyboard here. What you'll do is go over to the left of the space bar, and you're going to see the little microphone here. Again, when you are done, you tap on this microphone, or up in the area where your cursor is, you're also going to see a floating icon where you can stop the dictation once it notices that you have paused or you are not speaking anymore. So I'm going to dictate a paragraph here. You're going to notice again that I'm not going to speak any punctuation. I'm also going to change a word, and I'll use the keyboard at the same time. So let's go ahead and do that. I just go down to my keyboard here, and I tap on the dictation button. Apple introduced an all-new dictation experience on the iPhone with iOS 16. You can now fluidly move between dictating with your voice and using the keyboard. Just tap anywhere on your iPhone while you are dictating. Isn't this cool? Oh, wait. I did this with the iPad, so I need to correct this. iPad. There, that looks better. New paragraph. Isn't this cool? Smiley face emoji. And now we can see we have my paragraph here. I did not speak any punctuation, but we do have a period in there. We have my emoji in here, and I went and corrected it. I double tapped on iPhone and spoke iPad and replaced it. Then I went and replaced the iPhone here, and I typed out iPad. I was able to use the keyboard at the same time as I was dictating. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of improvement with dictation. Now let's take a look at the Messages app and what they changed with the Messages app. Again, we can use this dictation anywhere on any app that uses a virtual keyboard or uses a keyboard. But with the Messages app, let's go to my Messages app here. What you're going to see over on the right is a little dictation button here. I'm going to move this over to the left here. You're going to see that we have the little dictation button here to the right of the messages. Now, what used to be here was the audio recording app. When you tap and hold on this blue icon here and speak, the iPad would listen to you, or it still does, it listens to you, and then it creates an audio recording, and then you can send that to someone. Now, I do not know that many people that use that. I had a friend that used it when it first came out, a little gimmicky, but then basically nobody uses it in my circle of friends and family. But I will tell you that what they will be using, at least I am using, is the new dictation button. All I have to do is just tap on this and speak what I want to say. When I am done, I can stop dictating by tapping on the stop dictate button, or I could just tap on the blue button to send it. So let's go ahead and dictate a statement here or a comment here. Are we open for lunch tonight? Oops, I meant dinner. Are we open for dinner tonight? And now we can see it sent that message, it dictated it, it put the question mark in there, and all I had to do was tap on the blue button here. So now you can easily dictate a message just by tapping on the little microphone here and then tapping on send. You don't even have to stop dictating. Just tap on the send button and it'll send what it dictated. So that is what is new with dictation on the iPad with iPadOS 16. We can now dictate continuously. We can use the keyboard at the same time as we're dictating. We can speak emojis. And then with the Messages app, we can now dictate directly into the Messages field. So that's what's new with dictation on the iPad with iPadOS 16.
Okay, so you got the idea. All right, so again, as you can see, this is Notepad, and you can dictate text anywhere, wherever there's as he mentioned, wherever the digital keyboard is needed, that's where you can dictate a text. Whether it's Notepad or Message, you can do that. Now, I would assume, I'm not sure about emails yet. I haven't really ventured in that yet, and I didn't see it in my research, but I'll keep checking. Another place, it says a dictation requests are processed on your device in many languages. No internet connection is required. When you dictate in a search field, you can dictate text that may be sent to your provider to process the search. This is a typo here, search provider, like a search engine. That's what I meant to put here. You can have a text of any length. Yes. You can stop the dictation manually or stop it automatically when you stop speaking for 30 seconds. All right, so how do you get started? All right, the first thing is that you tap to place the insertion point where you want to insert the text. Tap on the screen keyboard or in any text field where it appears, such as in Messages as shown earlier, then speak. If you don't see, make sure that the dictation is turned on. So how do you do that? You go to Settings and then to General. It's General here, go to Settings, then to General. Then once you're in General, look for Keyboard. Then turn on and enable the dictation. Okay, as you speak, insert the text. The iPad automatically inserts the punctuation for you. Yes, you don't have to say period anymore, or comma. It will do it as long as you speak it fluidly. No, you can turn off automatic punctuation if you care to. That's if you want to do your own manual punctuation. Yes, you can go to settings, general, keyboard, and you can turn off that. And we're going to look at that on the iPad in a little while. When I'm finished, we're actually going to the iPad so you could see. As you dictate the text, you can insert your emojis by saving their names. For example, mind blown emoji or happy emoji. You can save it. All right. Okay, so your touch function, which is what you use right now to move the cursor to the platform, editing actions like adding a quick text suggestion in the text or undertaking action with help of dictation. So in other words, you can use both touch and dictation when you are creating a message or note. Siri, the smoothest way to get hands-free experience dictation is used. Yep, Siri, you can do it. Just say Siri, and it'll wake up your assistant and prompt it and launch your Siri supported app. For example, you can prompt Siri to start a note and continue in the text field with voice input after turning on dictation. Yeah, you can prompt Siri to get the dictation note app for you and then dictate it. In other words, you don't have to go looking for the app on your home screen. Just tell Siri and Siri will find it and begin dictating your message or note. All right, even if the voiceover is turned off, because we covered voiceover before, you can have the iPad speak selected text to the entire screen. You can have them also read back to you what you've said. The iPad can also provide feedback and speak text corrections and suggestions as you type. All right, you can change the speech settings. If you don't like, slow it down, speed it up. It says here to do that, you would have to go into settings and accessibility, then spoken content, and we'll go there in a little while. And these are all the steps that you can select. To hear the text you selected, tap on the speak button. To highlight, also. All right. You can configure typing feedback for the on screen and so forth. All right, so again, Siri will also act on your behalf and speak back and read off things for you. If you have a video content that includes description of a science or scenes, that's sciences, scenes, the iPad can play the description for you. But we're going to go there on the iPad in a little while, and then you'll look at all of it. So now I'm going to switch now. I'm going to stop sharing here and begin sharing on the iPad so that you can see all what I've spoken about, where it exists on your iPad, and how to go about setting. So stop screen. So at this point now, I am now going to go to share screen on the iPad. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, feel free. Okay, so now I am now going to go to settings.
May I ask a question while you're going there?
Okay, go ahead.
This is Diane.
Go ahead, Diane.
When you do your dictation, does it automatically keep it in your documents or wherever you put it?
Well, it's in your message. If you're doing it in on Notepad, it stays there. You can retrieve it at any time. If you're doing it in your message app, well, then you send it off, it will remain there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, as you could see, I'm in settings here on my iPad. Let me see if I can, hold on. This shouldn't be there. Okay. I'm in settings. Now, I am now going to, where did it say to go? Anybody remembers? Where did it say to go after I get to settings? Where do I go to get?
Accessibility.
Yep, that's one. But it was first, we were going to go to general. Let's go to general.
Oh, yeah.
General first. And Let me drop my keyboard so you could see the various. So I'm in general. So what am I looking for here now?
Keyboard.
Okay, keyboard, yep.
I have to scroll
Go
up and
here.
down to see accessibility.
Yeah, well, we're going to go there too. But just wanted you, the first thing we want to do is to make sure that our keyboard, of course, this is what our keyboard is set up. And we want to make sure that the mic is turned on. Enable. Can you see where it's showing here? We want to enable.
Enable dictation.
So that's what we have to do first. Okay. So I'm going to turn it on and enable it. See, I'm going to tap on it. And now it's enabled. That's the first part. So you want to enable it, you know. So it
Oh,
begins
okay.
this, yeah. All right. So now that we've done that, notice I've got auto punctuation. Now, if I don't want auto punctuation, I can simply tap it off. Okay. Do I want, yep, emojis, stickers? Yep. Okay, so now we've done that. Next thing we're going to go now is to where? Accessibility, right? So I can go back here now, and I'm going to go into accessibility by typing in the first three. Well, should begin. Here it is, showed up. So now I'm in accessibility here. I'm going to select that. And here we are. We've been here before. We've got voiceover, we've got Zoom, display text, spoken content, we can turn on. Let's go here. Okay. Turn it on. Okay.
Wait a minute, I missed it. I missed it.
You missed. Tell me what you want me to redo.
I want you to go back to spoken content where
All
you
right, let's
turned it
go
on
back.
at.
Let's go back here.
Oh,
Is
I
that
see
what
it.
you
I
want?
see it now. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to tap on that. I'm in spoken content, and I can, you know, speak selection.
Selection read selected content.
There we go. Did you hear it? And
It's-
then speak screen.
It's-
Okay. Speak controller.
Okay.
Okay. So we can show the controller. We can put the controller on. And then what else? So we have quite a, but this is something you have to do based on your needs. You can play with it. Okay.
Okay.
Now down here is the speech. Can you see the speaking rate here at the very bottom with the turtle? This is how you slow it up, you speed it up. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have mine at the midpoint there.
Speak selection read selected content.
Okay. I can select language, different languages. If I want to do Spanish, in case we have any Spanish, we can
Now-
select.
Now, this is my question, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, say for instance, you're speaking Spanish. Even though I'm speaking English, is speaking Spanish in my dictation?
No, no. You got to speak
Okay.
Spanish for it to dictate Spanish.
Oh,
You're looking
okay.
for an app that converts it. Now, I know the library has that feature, but I don't know if the iPad has it. But that's something for me to look into. You've just given me a reason now to research.
Okay,
So I'll look into that, Diane.
okay.
I will look into that. So that's basically it in the speech control highlight. If I want to highlight the contents, I can turn it on here so that it can highlight words, okay, sentences. As you
Okay.
speak them, if you want them highlighted for whatever reason. Okay, so that's in spoken content. What else should we look at here? Is pronunciations, if you want to look at, oh, that's blank. So nothing is in the pronunciation section. Let's try that again. Oh, I don't know why. There's a plus sign. Here it is here. So here's a mic in here, substitution. If you want to have a word pronounced your way, whatever way you would then speak it in this mic here, how you want it substitute. Dictate or spell out how you want to to be pronounced. Okay? You've got that choice. English, I've got it set on. Ignore cases, apply to all apps. All right. Okay, what else do we need to check out here? Spoken content we looked at voice control before and voice over, and we'll continue on. So that's basically it. As far as you could see, there are all sorts of different features here. Classic voice control. Can you click speed? Captions, you can turn your captions on. Okay.
Teresa, did you say turn on voice control?
If you will, we covered that before. Yeah, if you'd like to have, you would have to turn on voice control, meaning you want the iPad to speak to you. You know, like if you had limited vision, and
Oh,
you
I see.
can't see,
I
it
see.
will tell you what you've just tapped on.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
So-
All right.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes,
have a question.
Go ahead, Ms. Duckett.
Okay, when you want the speed to slow down, I can say Siri, slow the speed down, or would I have to touch it?
You know, that's a good question. I think Siri would do it. I think it would. I don't see why. Siri takes a lot of commands, but
Yes.
yeah, I would think Siri would. Let me go to Siri. I don't have Siri set up on, this is I told you my iPad went bad, so I'm now using a new iPad. So I haven't really set up anything in here yet. So Siri is not listening to me right now. But if I wanted to set up Siri, I wouldn't be able to do so while I'm on Zoom, but
Okay.
it wouldn't work. With Siri, wouldn't work. I've tried it many times. It just doesn't work.
Okay.
But my Siri is off right now. All right. Any
I
other?
have,
Oh, Miss Duckett, guess what I found out? And I'm working on it and actually presenting on it on Monday morning
What-
on
what,
how to get in the meeting using Siri. Remember you said you were having difficulty with that?
Someone set my iPhone, and all I have to do is say call Wild Tech. But the thing is being able to get it to change and all that. Whatever, if I'm on my iPhone, I can't raise my hand, or I can't ask my question. So if I
Oh.
dial in, I ask my question.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't learned to do it on the iPhone yet.
Okay. Now, what I've, and the last month we worked on, both Alex and myself, on creating a monthly calendar for the program. And on that calendar, it will be it will be on every iPad. Now, once that calendar is on every iPad, at that point, we're going to have to get it where it's visible on your iPad. You will simply say, Siri, take me to today's meeting, or give me a view of today's meeting. Let me go there and show you what I'm talking about right now. I'm going to go into Zoom.
Okay.
And let's go into, wait a minute, let's go. Oh, I know what I need to do. Go to meetings. And if you see on my screen, notice that it says here to the left of my screen where it says what today's meeting is about, dictation on your iPad. Can you see that on my screen? Now, if I were to tap on that, should open up. I can actually say, Siri, please take me to that meeting. And Siri will get me into, but I need to put in the passcode, which is 2. So I'm working on getting that up and running for where, to make it easier for some of you who are having difficulty accessing Zoom, where you can simply ask Siri to get you into today's meeting, and it will take you there.
Yeah.
It will take you there. But we need, that's a process. It's not going to be easy, but I'm working on how I'm going to present that class. I'm going to get that class ready to teach you how to do it, how to set up the calendar, your calendar to sync with Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
And once it's synced
Okay.
with Zoom, it's a matter of, for example, here, I have, if you could see on my screen to the right bottom, I have my calendar, my Google calendar synced with Zoom. So if I wanted now, at this point, if I wanted to go into my calendar, which is where I am right now, notice I can say, okay, join. Do you see where it says join meeting in my calendar? Do you see it to the far? Is everyone seeing where it says join meeting? It's a matter of going to your calendar now, and you can join the meeting.
Okay.
You all see where I'm going?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay, I see it.
Mhm. Yeah,
It is so small.
yeah. It's a matter of just tapping on that, and
Yeah, it is small.
yeah, it's small. It is. Yeah, that is true. But I can simply now, or you can, once this is set up, and I've got to figure out how to show you how to set it up. You can simply tap on that, and that will take me straight into the meeting. Or you can say, Siri, please join today's meeting, and Siri will do it.
Right. See, that's how like when I say, hey Siri, call Wildtech, and it goes directly to the meeting, because that's the way the person set it up for me. It's just that I can't unmute to, ask my question or, or respond to you when you're asking questions.
Well, there's going to be a better way. And
All
that's
right.
what I'm working on right now.
Thank you.
So, any questions on this?
Yes, I have one.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is Bernadine Lawrence. My question is, once you set up spoken, the spoken content, do you have to turn that off, or can you just leave it forever?
You can leave the spoken content on, but you must remember when you hit that mic to dictate, turn it off when you're finished.
Okay, it's the mic to focus on. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other questions? That's it.
That was the question I wanted to ask.
Yeah, same one I wanted to
Now
ask.
on Monday, I'm doing a full series on Siri.
Okay.
Monday, and hopefully you'll learn more about what you can ask Siri to do for you. Use, of course, with your iPad.
Okay, Miss Teresa.
I
missed something. Go ahead. I'm laughing because when you said Siri, my voice thing answered, and it says, I don't understand what series you want.
Yep, that's what Siri is about. She's listening.
I missed something. I missed tapping off your microphone. How do you turn off your microphone once you finish dictating?
All right, so let's go to my message app. I'm going there now. And I'm going to respond to a message.
Okay.
Here, somebody sent me a message that I didn't even check. And I'm going to turn on the mic, hopefully. Okay. I see my thing here. Why isn't my mic visible? My mic is not visible. Did I not go in there and turn dictation on a little while ago? I sure did. Yep, here it is. Okay, it's come up. And where is my mic?
It's usually on the side of the message.
The mic is not thing, so
Where's your mic?
straight out. So I need to go back into settings to figure out why it's grayed out because it's not showing as if it's
Yeah.
on. So let
It
me go
sure
back
is.
into settings and make sure my mic is turned on. Enable dictation. I thought I enabled it. Reset the keyboard. So let me see what is going on, why it's not enabled. Keyboard 2, English. Yep. Nope, I don't want to add a new keyboard. So that looks okay. I thought I turned everything on. Dictation enabled.
Mhm.
It is enabled. So why isn't it? It's a double
Everything.
tap spacing, insert a period. Nope, I've got it on. So let me turn it. The information that uses to respond to your request is also used for Siri and will return Apple. All right, let's turn it on. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I just remembered something. You have to go in, to the actual app. So that's done. So now what I need to do, oops, let me just put this back on. Enabled. All right, so I need to go into the message app and enable it there. I think that's what I have to do. So I need to go to message.
Right.
Message. Let's go down here, message. And message, here it is. So I'm in message now. So I need to look for, they should have expired, find me, block, read, share, photo, send, receive, Siri, and search. Most recent. It should be. This is messages on. That's true. Send and receive messages. That looks okay, right? That looks fine. Share with you. Photos, send and receive, block contacts, keep messages, notify me. All right, let me go back to the keyboard and find out why I'm not able to. I'm going into message.
I think Teresa,
My mic is grayed out.
but I think what it is it automatically go off once you send the message.
Yeah, but I should have my mic. If you
Yeah,
notice,
just so
But
she can.
see
the mic
what
is
it
grayed
is.
out here. The mic
No,
is grayed out.
but what it is here on your picture is you're not sending the message to nobody.
Yes, I am. I'm in a message. I'm responding to
okay.
someone who sent me a happy 4th of July, who I'm now
Okay.
realize
Okay.
it's so. It says happy 4th of July, and I'm placed my cursor in there. I'm in there now. I should
Okay.
be able to tap on the microphone. So can somebody try it?
I'm
Try
gonna try
it
it.
right now. Someone try it. Go to message.
I got my iPad dictation today. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Go to message because I
well,
don't understand why.
Well, it worked for me because I got the iPad message from you all,
Mhm.
and I sent back the message. I got my iPad message today. Thank you, and I sent it back, and my microphone went off.
Okay, so it works. I
Yes.
don't understand why mine is not. So I have to do some drilling down here to find out why.
I
It
seen
should-
you one too, Teresa. You didn't ever see it? It's
What?
Denise. 4th of July.
Oh yeah, I saw yours, Denise. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is one from my neighbor. I'm now seeing this one, but I did see yours. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering why is it my microphone is not. Anyway, I've got to look into this, but I pray that yours is visible and working.
Let me see.
But I want you to try it before you go off. Wondering why mine is not visible. I'm going back into settings again because I've got to
Yeah,
figure.
because I looked at it with the magnifying glass. It's very, very faint, and you can only see it if you right up on top of it.
I'm gonna
Like
go and
this-
look at my microphone and see what's going on. Microphone. All right, microphone, it's on for Zoom because I'm able to use Zoom. Let's see what it's saying. App clips that have been requested for the microphone will appear. Gotta research this one. Like I said, this is a new iPad, so I've got to figure out what's going on here.
Let's see.
I have another question once you figure
Go
this
ahead.
out.
No, go ahead and ask your question because I'm just,
Well, how are you going to transfer all of your stuff to your new iPad from your old iPad?
oh, I didn't have to do that because and again, I'm glad you brought that up, Diane. Because I had already enrolled in iCloud, I didn't have to do anything. And that iPad
Oh,
that was broken, I didn't lose my pictures, I didn't lose anything because it's all
okay.
in iCloud. And I want all of you doing the same.
Okay, I'll make
It
sure
doesn't
I'm
cost to
rolling.
enroll. It doesn't cost to enroll. At least for the first, how many gigabytes? You're allowed, I think, 5 gigabytes. So everybody should be enrolled in iCloud.
How can we find out?
Okay, how do you find out? Okay, so let me go back to up here and where it says finish setting up. Well, I'm still setting up my iPad. I'm going to tap on where it says here, and then I've got, you see where it says iCloud, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to tap on that.
Okay.
And I actually turned it on. Photos, I want my photos saved on iCloud. Notice I want my email, whatever it is, all saved on iCloud. That's all you need to do.
Okay.
And you want backup to occur.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay, all of that is on.
I want
page-
everybody, because if your iPad dies tomorrow, all those beautiful photographs that you've taken will be gone if it's not turned on.
Yeah, the lady
Oh.
was kind when I first got it, and she helped me to get on, and she said, you wanted to do this, and I didn't understand at the time, but now that we're talking about it more, so that's what she did for me. She set up that iCloud, so like you said, and I remember her saying something about a backup, but like I said, I was still, in a much different state of mind then. But now it's all coming more clear. So that's what she was telling me, that it backs up something. So if something happens, you still have your information and
Right.
pictures.
Thank you for sharing, Jackie. And Diane, thanks for bringing that to my attention. That's a very good question and concern. Everyone should be doing that.
That means I'm not asleep all the time.
No, I don't think you're asleep,
Miss
Diane, at
Teresa.
all.
Miss Teresa, Miss Teresa,
Yes, Louise?
I had a doctor's appointment by phone, so I had to run away to answer it.
Mhm.
Can you go back to how to do the iCloud?
Okay, so all I did was, you're seeing my screen, right?
Yes,
All I did was tapped on where my name is.
yeah,
You can do that right now. Go ahead and do it. Go into settings. And once look to the upper left-hand corner, look where your name is. Tap
Okay.
on that.
Hello, beautiful. Hi, sweet.
And then to the right, you need to just turn it on. Where it
Oh,
says
I see, I
iCloud.
see. So the
Yes.
little buttons, the little arrows on the right.
Right. And if you want your photograph saved on iCloud, you tap that too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you'll see the next time. I'll
If
kiss
you want backup, you tap on that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Anyone else?
I have the question. It's a little bit different than what you're teaching on, but Teresa, is it possible to split screen so that we see you and we can operate our iPad as you're going along on some things, or no?
Yeah, that is a Zoom feature, and I'm not sure Zoom. Let me see if yeah, I'm in settings right now. I'm not seeing those split screen option.
Okay.
Because, for example, if I were to go into, let me see if no, let's not go here. Go back into Zoom. And notice I'm going to tap on these three dots where it says split view. I don't know. See?
Okay.
So there's my home screen, but you're not able to see. And now,
Right.
yeah, I'd have to, that's a good question. Let me play with it and see, and then I'll let you know in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Because this whole iPad thing is a journey, it's a process. And you don't learn everything overnight. It's as you go, as you all present questions to me and concerns, then I go and look it up and then come back and say whether it's functional or not. And the more you ask questions, it's the more I'm learning to research and get answers.
Okay.
So those questions, keep them coming. And I'll keep searching.
At the bottom, Teresa, when you come on Zoom, when you present your your class, you see your information right here, but at the bottom where all the the plus and the minus, that's where the pictures are. You tap that and you would come up if they just want to see you right there.
Right. And then go ahead. I'm
So
sorry,
she
Brenda.
she could see it that way and we'll still see you. So
Yeah,
I don't know how hers is that she can't see you.
No, I can see, Teresa. I want to know, like when she's telling us to do certain things, if I wanted to try those things out at the same time she's telling us on my iPad, is that possible?
Yeah, well,
she wants to be able to see the
she's showing us on the screen. She's showing us on her screen. That's her screen on our iPad. And she's showing us step by step how to follow it.
Yeah,
This
is what she wants to know. She wants to
it
know,
to be half
can
and
she
half.
see what I'm showing and work on her iPad at the same time?
At the same time. Okay.
That's what she wants, right?
Yes.
Teresa.
I
Teresa.
Yes.
I can see you.
Right.
I can see you, and I'm on my iPad too.
No, but can you operate your iPad, for instance, when Teresa's saying, go do this and go do that?
Yes.
If you had a split screen, you would still hear her and you can actually do it on your keypad.
And it'll be side by side. Yes.
Right.
I see what you're saying. But those of us that have been on here just for a minute, we can, she can be on there and show us something. And then we can go to our main screen and do what she tells us. And then we'll be following along with her.
And I understand that.
I understand what you're saying. That's a good idea too.
Now we see Edward may have a suggestion. Edward, go ahead.
Yes. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully y'all are having a wonderful day.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
If you press the circle button, your Zoom screen will shrink. And then if you press in settings, it will go to settings and you can work as Teresa talk. Okay.
Okay.
Once you have finished doing that, all you do is press that small screen and it takes back over the whole screen.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
I never thought of that, Edward. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He put it much more clear and plainly than I could. I couldn't get those words out.
Thank you very much.
Edward, you want to be the helper? I'm looking for an assistant.
No, I just say it because I'm not here every day.
I know, I'm teasing you.
I just say it when I can.
Okay, so that brings us, any questions before we wrap up? We're at the end of today's session. Before we wrap up. Okay, so we are at that 11:30 hour. Thank you for participating in this morning's session. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday, where we're going to look at all what Siri can do for you. As easy as get you into today's meeting. So that's coming next on Monday. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. May God bless all of you.